So we're going back into the ring to meet Benga Denka to call out these two boxers for the next fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are boxing on Boxing Day. It's GoTV Boxing Night 32. And our next bout, the 10-round National Super Welterweight title bout. In the blue corner, Lateef and Azeez.
And if you're wondering what Enroshe means, it means not be by mouth.
In the blue corner, weighed in at 72 kilograms. He's had 2 fights, won 1, lost 1, from the ancient city of Ibadan. Lateef and Azeez. In the red corner, Rasheed, Fhali boy, Adeyemo. In the red corner, weighing in at 71 kilograms. He has had 14 fights, won all 14, 8 by knockout. Rasheed, Fhali boy, Adeyemo. Our judges are Shegun Adesoya, Yetunde Alimi, and Ezekiel Babatunde. Our referee is Tola Jacobs. Ring supervisor, General Secretary, Nigerian Boxing Board of Control, President, West African Boxing Union, Remy Aboderi.
Good evening, gentlemen. We went over the rules earlier. I want this to be very clear. I need a clean fight. Whatever I say, you must obey. Blood gloves, best luck.
This was declared for Nigeria, and then of course, every 1st of October when Nigeria has its independence, it used to also be called the race course, which was why when we started out the boxing, we started it with those 2 Trojan horses outside the arena. You know, they just at the entrance there. So it used to be where we used to have the state program, the country's program for independence, before the capital city was moved from Lagos to where it is now, the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. So it is a very historic site. For me to wonder, the promoters of this GoTV Boxing Night, Fly Kite Productions, decided to turn it into the home venue for the 26th of December, Boxing Day edition of GoTV Boxing Night, and it has not failed to deliver every time we come here. Still with me on commentaries, George Vitt.
And not to forget, this one is going to be a national middleweight title bout. Of course, Rasheed Adeyemo has all the fans right here backing him, shouting support, and of course asking for the very best from this particular fight.
Oh, well, a few times Fhali hasn't been too convincing recently. He's up against a boxer that has a lot of energy and may not necessarily be the technical boxer, but it's obvious from his build that he's definitely a strong, durable boxer and could possess some very powerful punches as well. So he needs to watch out. He doesn't have a KO in his first win. That probably says a lot about his inexperience, and he's you can see the way he keeps throwing those punches. He needs to be more calculated. He's fighting a guy who's very seasoned, talking about Fhali boy. Very seasoned, very, very tricky. And Fhali boy catches him with one good one right there before they both go into a clinch. Fhali boy himself is not also alien to cuts and all those things right there. You see the way Enroshe is lunging forward. He's got some nice punches, but his punching style is rather awkward. He reminds you of the likes of Ken Norton, and of course he's not on that in that class. Oh, he gets caught there once again while trying to go for body punches.
I think he's an aggressive boxer that wants to show his strength, show his energy, and try to dominate, try to use his power. But I think it needs to be more clinical. I'm talking about Lateef, Azeez, in the style of approach. It's not just all about power. It's all about precision, accuracy, and of course, how you execute your punches to impress the judges to count for you.
Absolutely. You know, you see him throwing a lot of punches.
Yeah.
And I suspect that Fhali boy is still very early days. He knows the kind of boxer. He's already guessed the idea. I'm sure he's done his research and, of course, studied this boxer. He looks like a boxer that could struggle when fights go the distance because he's powerfully built and they are the kind of boxers that, you know, throw everything at it. And you can see Fhali boy telling his fans, I still the watch him, just calm down, calm down. I know once he goes into his rhythm, he's always a very difficult boxer to defend against.
Well, let's see how this one pans out as the fans enjoy every bit of the moment. And it's the second edition of the Gold TV Boxing Night. It's been absolutely fun. It's been absolutely fabulous so far. But this particular fight needs to turn up to impress the fans because there's so much expectation from this particular fight. A national middleweight title fight at stake for this one. Second round to come.
And another interesting thing to talk about, that man at the side there, dishing out the instruction. He's been doing that for years now. And he's from a stable called Francis Anyegbeni Boxing Club. It's in Ibadan. And they have produced quite a lot of formidable boxers. And we continue to see them provide this year in, year out. In the ring again, second of 10 rounds of this one. It is for the national super welterweight title bout. Yes, it is a title bout. And Fhali boy would wants to prove his worth once again.
Well, the fans putting pressure on, of course, Adeyemo. Well, the fans right here, will they be an impetus for the man to bring out his very best, or it puts him under pressure that he is trying so hard to impress?
Well, like if you look at his record, I mean, Adeyemo has 14 fights.
14 fights, yeah.
That should be enough experience for a boxer of his stature. But I know that every now and then the fans, you know, motivate him a lot over the years that I've seen him fight. You know, good, nice body punches there, but he doesn't seem to be, you know, bothered about them. And for me, I want to see this man, talking about Azeez Enwoshe, you know, he gets caught there, and he needs to be clinical. His timing needs to be very accurate, because he's fighting a very tricky boxer who knows his onions, got fantastic footwork, and of course, when it comes to, you know, head movement, he's very good at it as well. So this is going to be another case of a boxer, you know, using his jabs a lot against a boxer who's a one-punch killer punch person.
Rasheed Adeyemo looks like a very clinical boxer for me that doesn't like to waste his punches. He doesn't just want to throw wayward punches. He likes to be precise. He likes to be calculative. Don't just, you know, take his time, get his punches in, impress the judges, and of course, he must not always win on technical knockout, but good enough to win by points. But of course, a win is win.
Oh yeah, absolutely about that. But if you look at his record,
also he has a longer reach. So can that count for something in this one?
Absolutely, I would expect him to use a lot more of the jabs. Like I said, he's fighting a boxer who seems a very durable boxer with his build. He looks very well conditioned. But my issue with Enwoshe is the way he goes. He's got a very awkward fight style. He doesn't throw straight punches, so to speak. He's always coming with like hook punches, and more times than not than the other. See, that's the style. Those punches may not necessarily be the most effective punches. You want to do the stick and move, you know, stick it right in the face of your opponent, and it really dazes that person. If you're going to swing, it takes a longer time for that punch to land than the straight punch that comes at you straight away. So when somebody's swinging, you get to see that punch coming, and you have time to actually duck against it. Another time again for Adeyemo to study that style of his opponent, and I just have a feeling that this will come alive possibly in this next round. It will come alive because Adeyemo will start noticing the loopholes and where he needs to capitalize.
Third round to come.
Third round of the third bout. Yes, interesting. Third round of the third bout of the night. We've already seen two gone. Nice one catches O'Shea there. And Fhali boy is beginning to get into his groove. And he's telling the fans, I am trying to roll. Catches his opponent with another left hook. But O'Shea ducks it this time around. Misses it. He's looking for that killer punch, and that style is not always the best. Clinch.
Well, Lateef is trying to slow him down so that he doesn't get to his momentum, doesn't get to his rhythm, because if that man gets to his rhythm, it might not look too good for him. So trying all his very best so that that man doesn't totally be in the right system, so connect all his punches.
And taking a good look at their records.
Quite impressive for Rasheed.
And O'Shea is just 1 kilogram heavier than his opponent, who is more renowned, talking about Fhali boy. And of course, Rasheed is 71 kg, while O'Shea, Lateef, is 72. And there you have it again. He needs to watch out. O'Shea got caught there with that theatrics, and he's getting drawn into it.
I can't believe this.
That is not his fight style. I would urge him to stick to his fight style, not try to stay on the level, on showboating level with Fhali boy.
I think it's a little bit too early for him to start showboating. He needs to make some of his punches count. Wear the man down before you start showboating. I think the man is still in the fight.
What you don't understand about Fhali boy is that he's trying to taunt his opponent. He's trying to make his opponent fight according to his terms, and when that happens, he's taking control of the fight. Oh, you see him catching O'Shea once again, and he's scoring those points. Lateef is going to start getting frustrated, see him chasing him all over the place. But also, Fhali boy needs to watch out as well, because he could also get caught with a sucker punch. Sometimes you make somebody angry, the person comes out with his best punch, and then if he connects, it can be lights out.
And it looks like Lateef has the stamina to go all the round. He's ready to stay with him as much as possible if he doesn't get caught anyways. But he looks like a very, very disciplined fighter when it comes to being patient. He has endurance. It looks like a boxer that has all the endurance.
He does have the punch.
He doesn't want this man to strike a rhythm. That's one thing I'm saying.
Once again, I'm worried. I don't like it when there's too much of head contact with the boxers, but it's something you cannot avoid, because there will always be clinches and all those things. I just hope they can be, very, very careful about it and not, hit their heads together, and then it becomes one person gets it. I like the spirit of sportsmanship.
Oh, wow. Oh, my.
That's some crazy stuff there coming from Fhali boy.
Boxing meets entertainment right here.
Yes, and the boxers are doing it in the ring.
Well, it's absolutely showtime. And they're putting up a show, no doubt about it. It's the 32nd edition of the Gold TV Boxing Night. And of course, it's been absolutely fabulous so far. And some high points from the third round. Rasheed striking at the right time. Up and running for the fourth round.
Hey. He was just charging in there like a raging bull, and he had to be restrained by the man at the center, taller chokehops. And I think that
spot a shot now. Right hook.
I think that Lateef wants to go for the kill.
I think he's not happy that the man is showboating too early. I think he's not happy that the man is trying to dominate the fight. He wants to show him that I'm ready to fight you, take you to the 10th and final round if it's possible.
I don't think he wants to go to the 10th and final round. I think he wants to take out his opponent as early as possible, because he knows when you're fighting a very, exciting, technical boxer like Adeyemo, you cannot afford to stay in the ring with him for too long, because he's going to bring out everything in his arsenal, to actually outreach you. So you want to take somebody like him out as quickly as possible. But he also needs to be patient. So talking about Enoshe, beat his time, wait for the opportunities to come, and when they come, be very, very accurate and be timely about it. Anything aside from that, he will keep chasing shadows in the ring this evening, and I hope that's not what it will be, because he's fighting somebody who knows about rope and dope, staying on the ropes, trying to turn the tides around. These are all the things that Adeyemo can bring into the mix.
Absolutely. Lateef looks like a stronger boxer. He has all the biceps, has all the body shape.
Oh, Judge, don't get caught with that.
No,
That's a lovely combination.
Exactly.
There. It's not about the muscles in boxing, it's about the technique.
I mean, that's the point I was trying to make. It looks like he has all the energy and endurance and the stamina, the right shape. But I mean, it doesn't move Rasheed at all. It looks like he's good for this one.
It's the power in the punch for Enoshe. If he can connect it and connect it well, yes, it will cause a lot of problems. But if he keeps throwing it as wildly as he's been throwing it, Adeyemo, Fhali boy will just be, smiling, because he'll be like, you haven't even done anything to bother me right now. And look at that defensive boxing there. He was waiting for his opponent to launch and then go connect, because that's the best way to actually catch strong and powerfully built boxers like Lateef. Look at that. Look at that trickery. It's a trick. It's a trick.
I'm shocked.
He looks away like he's trying to talk to the fans, hoping that but what it is that
he catches him with the right hook that time.
He's coming. He's actually spotting.
What a smart boxer.
He's spotting his boxer from the side of his eye and waits for that punch to come.
I can't believe what I'm watching. This man is too
okay. Guess what? Denga just actually filled me in, because he got a different look, because he was also looking at the corner. We are definitely looking straight in the ring. I think the coach was saying some things, and Fhali boy looks at the coach and tells the coach, do you want to step into the ring? Oh, wow. That was what that was about. So it was just
amazing stuff.
And that really got Enoshe really, angry there. It was like, you talking to my coach like that?
Oh, wow. The man has the whole package.
Well, but it can also work against you sometimes. But he seems calm. You can see it on his face. Doesn't seem to be bothered. So far, so good.
Round 5 to come. And the fans loving every moment of this one. Back to the ring for round 5.
That's where I see.
Just half of the round.
I'm excited about the way Enoshe is like ready to fight. At the time they call them out of the corner, you finding him right there in the center where the Go TV Boxing Night poster is, and this is where his endurance will be tested. That was close to being a below the belt blow there. That was very, very close to being that, but didn't look like it bothered Fhali boy. Once again, Fhali boy wants to take things easy, but Enoshe is not interested in that.
Well, Lateef just wants to do some power play. Just want to try to dominate with his power. But like we say, it's not all about power. It's not all about the energy that you can exert. It's your technicality, it's your precision, your accuracy.
That's the kind of thing you call doing the Mayweather, and that's exactly what Fhali boy is doing. He's not
exactly.
He's not running yet, but he's trying to. Oh, he gets caught there, Fhali boy, but he throws his own back. Nice ducking of the head.
Very dangerous with the jabs.
Yeah, those jabs need to come out a lot more. He's trying to, outwit his opponent. Who catches him, but he catches him back as well. and that keeps Enroche at bay.
Nice footwork also, nice footwork.
And Enroche really chasing his boxer.
Well, he's doing the Mayweather.
Oh,
Stepping
catches
aside.
him on.
But being precise with his own punches.
I just want. I'm interested in seeing how conditioned Lateef Enroche is, because
I don't think he's enjoying this fight. He doesn't like the style that Rasheed is bringing
boxers
to
who
this
are
match.
usually very heavily built like this always have a problem with lasting distances.
Exactly.
And I want to see how he can do it, because he's up against a boxer who's got 14 wins out of 14 fights, 8 of them by knockout.
What a shot that time. You saw the opening, and the fans enjoyed every bit of that. Just taunting him.
And don't forget, that's exactly what I told you about. He's going to keep taunting Enroche.
He's just gradually picking the points.
And Enroche is not doing what he needs to do. He needs to start scoring the points, but he keeps going in there like a raging bull. You can't keep doing that all the time. And then you go in there, you go for a clinch.
Well,
you haven't scored any points at all.
Leroy is trying to stoop to conquer.
No, that's not stupid to conquer. When you're stooping and at the end of the day, it ends up in a clinch. No punch comes out of it. What's the essence of lunging forward? You have to keep yourself calm, stay cool, stay focused. When the opportunity comes, you throw it. That's exactly what Rasheed is doing.
The longer reach.
He has the longer reach, so he's keeping him at bay.
Yeah, exactly.
Anytime Enroche wants to go on the inside, he catches him with some very short hooks.
Wow.
It's the same thing, and I think that Enroche has to find a different strategy.
Round 6, done and dusted. 4 more rounds to go in this one. Close, killing, contested fight for 4 more rounds between Lateef and, of course, Rasheed Adeyemo. Back to the ring for round 6, the super welterweight title fight on the line. And of course, it's Lateef Azeez squaring up against Rasheed Fhali boy Adeyemo. He's been killing contestant, it's been close so far. And of course, at the moment, it's power against precision,
Yeah, not necessarily precision alone, power against technique and tactics. And there you see it again. He just got a very quick shot, left hook there. As Lateef lunged forward, the opening game, he connected it. And when you get tired, your punching accuracy it's gonna keep dropping. And that's exactly what's happening. Enroche will do well at the beginning of the fight of the rounds, but he will not get to throw those punches. We are almost done with the first minute, and Hamed, you could look at that. How many punches would you see Enroche throwing? He's missed quite a lot of the punches this week. And these are the things that the judges see.
Exactly.
That fans later will feel somehow. Look at those combinations. And Fhali boy, if this fight goes on the way it's going, Fhali boy will comfortably win this fight.
Definitely. He doesn't waste his punches, doesn't throw his punches waywardly, just gradually picking his points. Just waits for the right time, waits for the right opening strikes, and of course makes it very precise for the judges to score. That's what Rasheed has been doing right from the first round up to this time. Yeah. Absolutely spot on.
Lateef needs to start using the jab. I know he's at a disadvantage because of reach.
Exactly.
But he needs to try to throw the jabs as well. Look at those, swinging, those swingers
I think he thinks the only way he can outwit this man is just
to swing those
close.
punches.
No, get to the body, come close to him and get some body shots.
I would expect him, as powerful as he is, to try and get in there and throw some body punches, but he also knows that if he attempts to do that,
that's what will happen. That's exactly what will happen. What a right hand that time. Delightful. The fans enjoyed every bit of that. That would have been another sucker punch. He didn't see that one coming at all. He was caught napping that time. Just gradually beating his time.
Fhali boy is literally just working him. That's just what it is. Working him in the
love
ring.
his footwork. I love his footwork.
And it's actually slowed down. You know, I told you that the pace of Andrew O'Shea will slow down as the rounds wear on.
Yeah.
And it's even going to get worse if he's not able to conserve his energy. He's moving about like a raging bull, chasing his opponent.
I was going to say that. He's the one doing the chasing, but it's the one that not scoring enough.
Yeah, and it's the one who would also, you know, lose his energy as quickly as possible. Look at that. He's gone for 3 punches. Not one of them has been able to
I
connect.
think his punches are more wayward, more scattered.
Yeah, he catches him right there.
Oh, wow. You're almost knocking out the
Almost
cameraman.
knocked out the cameraman there.
Unbelievable.
Good one there.
My word.
He's actually...
What a fight.
So far, so good. As far as I'm concerned, I think on the cards, it's obvious that Fhali boy is on the lead. Oh, sorry, in the lead. And Lateef and O'Shea has a lot of work to do in the remaining 4 rounds.
I think he needs to come out with better
If he
tactical
doesn't
plans.
score a knockout, which is also going to be a very difficult one, it will be very silly of Fhali boy to allow himself to be knocked out, because all he needs to do is keep walking his opponent.
That means what a waste of his power punches. He has power punches, but not utilizing them at all.
It doesn't come to anything if you don't have timing, if you don't have accuracy.
Exactly. What a shot that time.
And you can see he rocked him.
Yeah, he did.
He definitely rocked him. But he catches, that's where the cameraman was almost knocked out there. He was so engrossed with his work that he didn't remember to step away from harm's way. Talking about the cameraman.
Yeah.
He tries to jab once again. And of course, goes for that big punch again, and the camera almost gets caught in the process. That man needs to watch it. Talking about the cameraman there.
Both of you. When I say break, you break.
Well, the
Referee
referee
Tola
making sure
Jacobs
that he can control those
stating
weapons.
there that he needs the boxers to listen to his instruction. And this is
Lateef always trying to be the aggressor, but not really scoring. Too much energy, too much power, but no precision.
One thing that the corner of Andrew O'Shea can do is to try and smother his opponent. He tries to look for that connection, but Fhali boy always dances out
And
of
I think it's a little bit too flat-footed. It's not moving very well.
Absolutely right about that. You are very spot on about that. What I would expect Lateef and O'Shea to do is smother his opponent, get in on the inside. When he gets in on that inside, try and throw a lot of body punches to try and weigh down Rasheed
Hit the body,
and
the
make
head
him
will come
slow
low.
down.
Yes.
If you get him on the body shots, he will drop his guard. But he's not doing that. He goes into those on the inside moves and he starts clinching. You're not going to get anything. Look at, he's not throwing anything in that clinch. He should be throwing body punches while they're clinching so that he can try and, you know, slow down his opponent.
Yeah,
And
just
if you
try
don't do that,
weigh him
there's
down.
nothing that's going to happen from this.
What a night it has been so far. And Rasheed Adeyemo giving the fans something to shout about. Oh, what
Catches
an
him with
uppercut
another
that time.
opponent and he clinches.
Well executed.
Doing the right things. You know, catches him with a
Rasheed.
fantastic uppercut. Next thing he clinches.
Very, very calculated boxer. Very precise. Hitting at the right time. He takes advantage of every opening that, you know, offers itself.
Absolutely. You can see Lateef lunging recklessly forward. And he gets caught with another hook. Forces him to raise his guards. He's actually not doing anything. And once again, he lunges forward. And that accuracy is still lacking. And he's getting instruction from his corner who are telling him, you know, do the right thing, you know, try and, when you have this man in your focus, make sure you make your punches count. And he's not doing anything. Once again, he's telling the coach to come in, which is not a very good thing to do. Rasheed gets, they find themselves in a clinch position, and the fans are getting impatient.
But I'm really impressed with Rasheed. Despite how skillful, despite how entertaining he is, he's still very disciplined. He doesn't waste his punches. He doesn't just listen to the fans for the sake of it. He's doing that, but he's still staying very, very focused and disciplined on the fight.
And you see the way he dances around, you know, uses that
Nice
footwork
footwork.
to keep his energy intake, and of course his
And playing
mobility
for
there is there.
time also. Playing for time
Absolutely,
also.
absolutely.
He doesn't mind winning by points, but as far as he gets the win.
This is what we're going to keep seeing, because Lateef and O'Shea is making this fight easy for Rasheed, because he's fighting according to Rasheed's style and, of course, how do I put it now, the way he wants him to fight. he needs to change his strategy. You know, he needs to start throwing a lot more jabs. He's not throwing jabs, and he's not going to score points. I mean, look at Rasheed's face. He just looks pretty much the same way he entered the ring. Although it's the same thing for Lateef as well, but he's not scoring points.
Back to the ring for the fourth fight of the night. And of course, it's Lateef Azeez squaring up against Rasheed Adeyemo. 2 more rounds to go. 2 more rounds to go to decide where this one swings. The title at stake. And of course, it looks like Rasheed is walking away with this one from the first round. And Lateef Azeez still coming out with his aggression, still coming out with his power, but that has not made so much difference so far. Lateef Azeez still going for all the aggression. Too much clinching. Oh, I think some low blow.
Yeah, that's a low blow there. And I don't know what it is with Adeyemo. He always gets blown below the belt. The ring announcer, Big Adeyemo, the first move, definitely confirm this with me as well, because I don't know what it is, but he gets that every now and then. Maybe it's a reaction to the way he frustrates boxers, and boxers just try to do anything they can. There you have it again. That's exactly the thing I was talking about, where the boxer tries to give him a body punch while chasing him about. Oh, he catches Lateef once again. He keeps waiting for Lateef to drop those guards, try to throw the punch, and he will catch him. He's done it over and over in this fight so far.
His fight has been absolutely systematic, very tactical and very technical.
Should he be the one to call himself, to be called system?
Maybe, because his precision has been absolutely spot on. Waits for the right moment, strikes at the right opportunity. And of course, he's been very, very precise in the execution of his punches. And of course, waits for the right moment and strikes. I wish he had more power behind his punches, though. No doubt about it.
Oh, that's it. That's a massive one there. Let me see. That should be a knockdown. Yeah, it is a knockdown. Although I also feel that punch had a bit of body lunging forward with it as well.
I told you this man has power punches, but what he does with it has been the difference.
Watch that again. There was also, yeah, that's it. It catches him in the chest. And Adeyemo felt that he slipped, but the referee would not have any of that.
Yeah, sucker punch.
It wasn't the interesting thing about it that it wasn't a punch to the face. It was actually a punch to the chest. And I think it was the power of Lateef.
Yeah, that's my point. With all those power, you should be doing better than what you're doing at the moment.
Yeah, but there's no precision to it.
Exactly.
Even that one as well wasn't necessarily a very good punch. It was a punch across the chest of his opponent.
Exactly.
It worked for him, but that was because his body was also moving with that punch, and the weight of his body and the punch threw Adeyemo down.
Dawn and dusted.
But that's a warning to Adeyemo. I don't feel that knockdown will do much in taking the fight away from him so far. But I think that it's a sign that he needs to up his game as well and start scoring a lot more punches.
Interestingly, Rasheed is still looking very, very cool. Just as if this is the first round. He doesn't look like somebody that has so much stamina, but he's not affected at all with the punches of Lateef Azeez. It's unbelievable. Round 9 to come.
Fans still enjoying it, even though the boxers they're not necessarily in this bout giving us the explosive action that the fans want to see. But I think it's been a bit of a cagey one, and Rasheed after that knockdown, knows that he needs to start, you know, throwing those punches. Good combination there from Lateef, who will go into the corner, and I would expect a lot of barrage of left and right combinations. But at the end of the day, he ends up in a clinch.
2 days straight to try to make a statement. Hopefully it doesn't come too late.
Oh, he gets caught there again with a
Because of
lovely
Amzoe.
right uppercut.
The man is all about energy, power.
It's not just
gruesome.
I just hope, I wish he could convert the energy to a bit more tactfulness, you know, and a bit more technicality. You know, you've got powerful punches, and you keep chasing your opponent when you should be looking for a way to draw
Another
him.
thing I'm looking at, Nero, is not using most of his jabs.
He's not throwing jabs.
He is not throwing jabs.
It's not that he's not using it. The boxer should always use his jabs.
Oh, wow, was looking for a right hand that time, but didn't get all of that. And of course, Rasheed says, give me some more, I can take some more.
You know, he's trying to set up that right hand, and he catches him with a lovely in the left one. Oh, he gets caught.
Rasheed fights
Straight
back with a
flush
straight
there.
punch. Amazing stuff.
Oh, a massive counter
Can now
punch there.
smell blood. Gradually going to the climax of this one. Gradually going to the pinnacle of this one. Both boxers know that time is not on their side. They need to make an impression on the judges. Lateef now.
You see, that's the lack of precision in those punches.
And no follow-up also.
And that's why most of the time Rasheed is looking, you know, unperturbed, unbothered about a lot
Rasheed
of
is
this.
just cool and calm.
And you can see Lateef, you know, prancing around, chasing him about, but not really being as accurately aggressive as he should be. He's going to try and go for that inside again. Lovely left hook there, but he's not, you know.
Well, if Lateef gets the right opening, I think this man really has some power punches. But if he can add some precision behind his punches, be more calculative, he has some power punches that can really trouble Rasheed. But the execution has not been up to 100%. Has not been up to what you expect of a man fighting at his level.
I think that is exactly what Rasheed has noticed, and he doesn't seem to be bothered about a lot of the things. You know, he's just doing his own thing.
Ticking away. He needs to make an impression. He needs to fight his way into this match. The title is at stake. He needs to come through. And no follow-up from Lateef. Rasheed still taunting him.
Well, he was almost caught there with a counter punch after that wild swing, but he ended up being a wild swing by both.
Don't end Justin. One more round to go to find out who wins this one.
Fans are still expecting them, expecting fireworks right here, but in the meantime, they're enjoying themselves. And both boxers from their corners still want to do it. And George and I will be expecting somewhat of a very explosive 10th round. And it's going to be power versus technique.
Exactly. The 10th and final round. Lateef Azeez squared up against Rasheed Adeyemo. Where will this one swing? Who gives the judges the impression? Who gives the judges points to count that will make the difference? The fans calling out for Charlie Boy now to come out strong.
Good combination there from both boxers.
Stepping up the heat now.
What I suspect is that Fhali boy will want to close it out on a high, you know, because they always feel that the way you close out a fight, it says a lot, or gives a lot of
it leaves a lasting impression on the judges.
Leaves a lot of lasting impression on the judges.
Absolutely.
And you know, he's got the wealth of experience. He's fighting a boxer who's just fought just 2 fights, and you can see the inexperience in him. Catches him there with a good punch, but there you go. When you catch your opponent, you should be ready to follow up. But the power in those swings makes it difficult for him to recover quickly and try and throw a right punch. I think that these are the things that his corner needs to look at. When he throws those punches, Oh, lovely job there.
I'm also
coming from
impressed with
Fhali.
the stamina level and endurance level of Rasheed Adeyemo. He looks lightweight, he looks skillful, but the man has inner strength, he has inner energy, inner stamina. He's staying in the match as long as possible, staying to the final round, still fighting the way he started from the first round. I mean, some boxers look good from the first 4 rounds, but he kept on the same momentum.
You see him catching it again with another counter punch. And then, of course, anytime Lateef gets caught with a counter punch, he backs away. And that's exactly what he has done.
Looking good with the jabs, Rasheed.
Oh, lovely one coming from both
that
boxers
time.
there. Lateef and Rasheed both throwing good jabs right in there. And the fans are applauding, enjoying what they have seen so far. Of course, expecting that their boxer is in the lead. Nice left and right combination coming from Lateef. And the minutes are ticking away. We are very, very soon getting into the last minute of this bout. And of course, it promises more fireworks. Oh,
now the fireworks comes out of the kettle.
yeah, but Lateef is
out of the stove.
Lateef is not getting consistent with it. He needs to do that. He needs to throw a lot more of those punches.
Time gradually winding down in this title fight.
Fhali boy goes for that clinch. He has a way of going into that clinch, you know. He's doing what you talked about earlier. Stoop to conquer. I'm not going to put myself in a shooting range for this guy. He's got very, very massive
And the
punches.
fans are calling out for those boxers to come out with something big, something huge in the last seconds of this final round to decide who comes out victorious in this title fight between Lateef, Azeez, and Rasheed Adeyemo.
You know what? I'm going to have to say this. This thought came to my mind earlier. If you've watched the typical Spanish bullfighting, this is exactly what we just saw. The matador who has, you know, who has the cloth around with him. Sorry, the matador who has the cloth around him up against the raging bull. That's exactly what Rasheed has done. He has just displayed a matador ability in the ring. He was up. Look at his frame compared to the frame of his opponent. You would probably think it's not going to be a contest at all. But he has actually withstood the strong power punches of his opponent, and he's been able to ride them like a surfer on a wild beach.
And Rasheed just sucking it up, the audience from the fans, just enjoying, just savoring, enjoying the moment.
I must say, this is one of those bouts that I've seen Rasheed, you know, complete very comfortably. Doesn't look too rock, apart from that knockdown he suffered earlier. I don't think Enoshe really troubled him as much as I would have expected him to, and that's because of we have to give him a lot of kudos as well. He's inexperienced, only two professional bouts under his belt, even though he's a 22-year-old. He is a 22-year-old boxer. Rasheed is even a year older, but you look at the difference in the fights under their belts. I mean, you cannot compare 14 fights to 2 fights, and that says a lot. And the fact that out of 14 wins, Rasheed has actually gone the distance in 6 of them. That is a lot.
I think the man just knows how to win fights. He doesn't necessarily need to win on technical knockouts, but he knows how to stay in a fight, take advantage of his opponent's weakness, strike when he has opportunity. He's very precise, very tactical, very technical, and of course execution has been absolutely on point as we wait for the official decision. Where will this bell swing?
Well, I think we know where he's going to swing, and we're just waiting for.
What an outfit! What an outfit!
Yeah, we're waiting.
He's a complete show boy.
Yeah, absolutely.
As a total package.
I think we're just waiting for the official decision of this one. But we're going to keep our fingers crossed and keep our lips sealed, because we are not the judges, and we are not, of course, the referee in this one. We'll just make sure that you enjoy.
I'm a judge, but I'm not the judges.
Yeah, you're a judge, but you're a judge by name, but not you're a judge with the G.
Time to go to the ringside now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have our results. George Yetunde Alimi scores in 94-95. George Segun Adesanya scores in 96. George Ezekiel Babatunde scores in 92-94. Ladies and gentlemen, winner and new national super welterweight champion of Nigeria, Rasheed Fhali Adeyemo.
And he gets a well-deserved victory.
Will be presented by
Rasheed Adeyemo wins by unanimous decision. Absolutely, the fans have gone wild right here.
You know, George, I told you about it earlier. He was in control. I'm even surprised.
He controlled the fight right from the first round all the way to the final round. Quite impressive.
I'm even surprised that some of the judges had it that close. But I think that might be as a result of that knockdown that happened earlier.